Hi everyone, welcome back to the I Don't Even Know podcast. I'm Em. I hope you are doing well. Good morning. I know we probably aren't gonna listen to this in the morning, or when you are, it won't be the morning. But right now it's 7 a.m. I don't know why I'm doing this right now, but I thought it would be fun. So, in this episode, obviously by the title, I'm gonna talk about my All-American Season 6 theories and predictions. It's going to be kind of a shorter episode, maybe. I don't know. I feel like it might be than what it usually is, because usually it's like an hour or something, because we don't know literally anything, I don't think. Or people might know stuff, I just don't. I've been trying to keep up with, anything related to Season 6, because I would like to kind of know what's happening, but, we don't. Because of the strike, it kind of messed things up, which, of course, I'm happy the strike happened because they needed to get paid more, but then I'm also upset because, first of all, they should have been getting paid the right amount, or, a good amount, not a good amount, more than they were in the first place, but then also, my show schedule is so off. We're supposed to be maybe halfway done with Season 6 by now. We haven't even started, and I'm stressed because this is the season, or one of the seasons, where I don't know shit. I don't think I really knew anything last season either, besides, Spolivia was gonna probably break up. I think that's all I really knew. Other than that, I didn't, and, I'm kind of feeling the same way about this season, because all we have so far, Michael and Greta kind of saying stuff on Instagram, and a teaser. And I was going to wait to do this until after the trailer dropped, but I wasn't sure when that was going to happen. I was like, okay, fuck it. We're just doing it now before anything happens. So we only have the teaser. We really did not get anything in the teaser, besides some great looks and Olivia looking amazing. But, that's obviously, that happens every episode. So other than that, we really don't know. So this is just me throwing stuff out there and what I believe, and I'll also probably discuss a few things that happened last season, because I went on my little hiatus of me being depressed and not uploading during season 5, but I think I did the mid-season premiere and then I stopped, and so a lot of shit happened since then. I'll probably discuss it a bit too, because I want to, and you'll see my opinions on stuff that I didn't talk about back then. So, first theory, prediction, whatever. It's a kind of a given. I think everyone knows this, but patience lives. I mean, I think everyone knows that if you're on social media or if you follow them. Because they really gave up on, hiding it. I know the cast, or, who was it? I don't know. Someone who's oh, maybe they're filming flashbacks. One of the cast members said that. I'm okay, yeah, but I don't think this is a flashback. She's there, all the time. She's clearly not dead. And, I'm fine with her living. I like her just fine. But then I'm also, can you, hide it so we don't know? Because I would have liked it more if they hid the whole thing and, we wouldn't know until it started airing. Kind of how they did with Coop getting shot and then Layla and Carrie going off in season 3. I didn't watch season 3 live. I watched it a month after it came out on Netflix. I watched the whole show then. And so I wasn't a part of the big hiatus. I actually don't even know if it was that long. I was a month hiatus before I came back. So I didn't really keep up with things. Or, I didn't keep up with it then. But now I'm hearing that they hit it really well. Or at least I think they did. And so I'm kind of why didn't they do it this time? I mean, maybe they gave up. It's just, I feel the build-up would be better. Because we would be waiting for months to see if she's alive or not. And I know a lot of people don't even like her, so it's probably not even a big deal. As it was for, Coop. Kind of. I didn't like Coop either in season 3. So that might be... I don't know. Yeah, she's obviously gonna live. I'm fine with it. but I feel like it would give kind of more chaos if she dies, and I would be there for that. But then they also just lost Billy, and I don't think they're ready to lose another person. And so I'm like, I'm half and half. I kind of want her to die just because I think the drama would be sick, and I kind of want to see how they deal with that, and also still grieving Billy. But then I'm also like, I feel like we need her back. I don't know. Because I love, what's her, oh my gosh, why can I not think of her name? What is her name? Who plays Patience? Wait, I'm looking this up. It's like, I follow her, Chelsea, okay. Right when I was getting on Instagram, I remembered. Okay, Chelsea. I love Chelsea. So I don't want her to lose her job, obviously. But it's also like, I want chaos. So I want her to die. But then I also don't, because I actually kind of like her. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of her, and she pisses me off a shit ton, I'll say that. But for the most part, she's fine. And there were other people I would much rather, like, die than her. For example, JJ, and thankfully he is not in season 6. Not really sure what happened there. I heard some things. I'm not really going to talk about it because I don't really know what happened. I'll say, I heard things on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And I talked to some people about, like, what apparently happened. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's true because I did see a live stream. Never mind. So, I'm happy with him gone. I actually talk about him next, cause even though, like, I have other theories. I'll talk about him, like, leaving. Because I'm not surprised, honestly. I kind of saw it coming, but then I also didn't. And, like, apparently what I'm hearing is the reason he left is because he didn't get along with, or not get along, but he didn't like the way writers were putting his character. Like, he didn't like that direction. Apparently, they also, cast didn't really get along with him because he said some stuff. And so, I'm kind of glad he's gone because he pissed me the hell off, like, every time he popped up on my screen. And to be honest, I used to like him. Like, season 1 through 3, he was okay. And he seemed like a nice guy and kind of like the life of the party, which I liked. Season 4 was like, okay, you're kind of pissing me off, but it's fine. And then season 5 was when they were like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sick of you, I want you gone. Especially when he basically slut-shamed Layla. That was, like, my final straw. I was like, okay, you cannot disrespect my princess like that. You cannot do that, so you're out. So, honestly, I was kind of happy he left. Also, his storyline was pissing me off because it wasn't really good. It was, like, the least important one. And a part of me is mad because he left, just because we're not going to get the storyline they were going to do, I think. Because, obviously we're not getting it. But I'm pretty sure, I might be completely wrong, and you're going to have to tell me, this is what I heard. The storyline was something about him being, like, bi, and he was going to, like, date a guy or something, and which, hell yeah, I'm completely down with that, because I saw that coming in season 4, and I think I did an episode about that. Back then in season 4, I was kind of iffy about episodes about All-American, but I'm pretty sure I did the episode where he talked to that guy and opened up to him about, like, his mom, or it was something like that, and I saw chemistry, I saw the sparks, and I was like, okay, I feel like he might, like, not be straight. Or, like, I saw, like, them maybe being together, which obviously that did not happen. And I don't know if it would have been that person, but I'm kind of mad because I would have liked to see it and see, like, a different side of him and a more vulnerable side, because we just really see him partying. And that was the one time we saw him be vulnerable. Oh, my gosh. Like, why can I not speak? Vulnerable. And I'm like, we're not even going to eat again. Then also, I'm like, fuck him. Like, I really don't care. Like, I'm kind of both ways. Like, I would have wanted to see that, like, whole thing and, like, that storyline, because I think that would have been interesting. But I'm also like, you know what? He can get lost. Because, like, his character doesn't do anything. And I feel like they probably would have devoted him to a reoccurring character, because the CW was cutting back on, like, episodes, casting, or cast members, and, like, budget. They're cutting down on all that. So I feel like that might have been it. But also, I don't know, because they're not cutting anyone else. And honestly, I was expecting them to cut When Patience got stabbed, I kind of had a feeling she was gonna live, but I thought maybe they were gonna demote her to reoccurring, and I don't know who else. I thought maybe Asher, but then that did make sense because of the baby, and I'll talk about that more in a bit. But because of that, it makes sense. But like I thought, yeah, I don't know. I'm really thrown off about like CW cutting back, which I get. I know their new management sucks. They literally cancel everything and they're trash. But the reason I'm thrown off is they're cutting people back on other shows. But the CW, or not CW, All American, they're not. Or at least we're not hearing of it. Which is throwing me off. Because of right now, like Asher is still a series regular. Coop is still a series regular. Patience is. I think Laura is. I think Grace is, from what I'm hearing. I don't know who else. And of course, like Spencer, Liv, Layla, and Jordan. Those were like 4 I always knew were going to stay. Other than that, I think basically everyone that was a series regular in the season before, besides Billy and JJ, I think they're still series regulars. And maybe Jamie's going to be a series regular, which I'm totally down for. But I'm getting confused because I thought we were cutting back, which we're cutting back on, like, the episodes, of course. But then, like, I'm just confused, which I'm fine with because I don't really want, like, I mean, some characters, actually. Like, Coop can be demoted. Like, honestly, I feel bad for the actress, of course. Because I like her, but it's, like, I really don't like her. And, like, I honestly thought, like, Patience, Asher, and maybe even Coop were going to get, like, become reoccurring characters after we found out for All American Homecoming that the aunt, or principal, Amara, and Damon were going to be reoccurring characters. That's when, like, after that, that's when I was like, oh, okay, they're serious, and I'm going to probably lose some people. Because when that happened, a part of me thought maybe Layla was going, or Jordan, and, like, that had me panicking. And, like, yeah, of course, they're, like, two of the main characters, like, the main, like, big characters, but obviously Spencer is the main, and, like, but you get what I mean. They're one of the bigger characters, but because, like, Damon's gone, or he's not gone, but he's a reoccurring character, and Amara, and they're main, too, like, they're bigger characters, and I'm like, I guess we'll figure out who's still a series regular when the posters drop. I mean, we know for sure, like, obviously Spencer is, Liv is, and then Jordan and Layla, I'm almost positive are. Like, other than that, I want to see, because I feel like Asher is, and, like, Patience and Coop probably are, but I still want to know, like, for sure, especially with everything that's happening with CW. But yeah. That was fun. Okay, anyways, I'll get back to theories. I just want to talk about those things. Okay, my next one kind of goes with the Patience lives thing, which this one's a given too. Like, I think we all knew this because of what happened in the finale. Coop and Patience are going to get back together or just have a talk. I don't know. I feel like they will, because from what they were saying in the finale, like, Coop was talking to Spencer how she wanted to get back together with her. Like, Spencer was like, oh, go for it. And that's when Patience got stabbed. So, a part of me still thinks they will. I just think it's not going to be as quick as it was supposed to because she got stabbed. And I think Coop's going to find her. Honestly, I would rather it be Coop than Layla because I don't want to cause any more stress to that poor girl. And I just want her to thrive until she finds out. Let her live her engagement, have a fun time for, like, the few minutes before she finds out one of her best friends has been stabbed. So I'm hoping Coop finds her. But, like, with Coop and Patience, I think I talked about this in season 5, one of my season 5 episodes, and probably one of the season 4 ones I did. I'm not the biggest fan of them, especially now. I mean, they make the most sense, and I obviously knew they were getting back together. Like, I think I said this last season. They're obviously going to get back together. Like, I knew that from the moment they broke up. I was like, okay, give them a season or two. They'll be back. So it's like, obviously they were going to. Like, I knew it. And they make the most sense. And I would rather, honestly, them be together than anyone else. Or at least right now. There's probably someone that Patience could get that's better. I mean, 'cause Coop just pisses me the fuck off. And so, like, we'll see. But, I mean, I knew they were going to be endgame. Like, it's obvious. It's obvious. So I wasn't surprised. And I feel like I'm liking them now. I like them now. Or I'm more excited for them to get back together now than I would be last season. I don't know. Because they make the most sense. Even though I don't like Coop like, at all. They make the most sense. And if Patience is happy, like, it's fine. Especially with what she's going to have to deal with this season. Like, I'm fine with it. It's fine. Like, I mean, I'm not going to like them the way I did in season 1 and 2. And honestly, 3 as well. Because I really liked them then. Especially season 1 and 2. Loved them then. So I don't think I'm ever going to love them that much. But I like them more than I did in season 4. And more than I did last season, even though they weren't even together. I just think they grew, and like they had to deal with some stuff. And I think they needed time apart to grow, especially Coop. 'Cause I could go on for like 30 minutes about how much I hate Coop. I literally had a conversation with my mom about this a few days ago. Or actually, I think it was yesterday in the car. Like, I really don't like her. Like, I used to love her. I used to think she was an amazing character, so good. And then she kept getting in these shitty situations, and it pissed me off that she was always, like, putting her life in danger and doing stupid things. And thankfully, last season, she didn't do as many stupid things. Like, she's working as, like, I don't know, she's, like, taking classes. And she's doing stuff, which is great. But then she still pissed me off because she was going after Olivia. Honestly, Coop just can't win with me. I think that's the thing I'm trying to say. She can't. Look. I think they'll be better together now. That's all I'm going to say, honestly, about that. Because I don't know. Like, they're for sure going to get back together this season. But, or at least they're going to get back together before the show ends. Maybe not this season. If the season was longer, I would say for sure. If it was like 20 episodes or something, I would say for sure. I think still, because it's 13, so I feel like they will, but it's going to take a lot longer because she has to deal with getting stabbed, and that's going to be a whole thing. I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm unsure. Also, if you heard a little jingle, I'm sorry. That's my dogs. I'm with them right now. Okay, next one. This one I've been excited to talk about, and I think I said this to someone on Instagram at one point, that this is how I feel about, or like this is what I think. And I'm pretty strong about this opinion, kind of, but then also I was. Then like behind the scenes came out, or like we're getting behind the scenes, and then I'm confused. So, Jordala are gonna have issues and maybe break up. Obviously, I do not want that to happen. I literally will have a meltdown if that happens, like a full-ass mental breakdown. Like, I cannot deal with it. I really hope it doesn't happen. But I feel like it will. Or at least the issues. Like, they're for sure going to have issues. Of course, they had, like, a few, like, issues last season, but it wasn't big. And now that they're one of, like, the main ships, I feel like they're going to have, like, some big issues, or they're going to break up for a short amount of time, and they get back together and be fine. Obviously, I don't want that to happen because I'm so happy that they're engaged, and I literally bawled my ass out when they got engaged and everything, and I'm so happy. I'm ready for them to come back and give me content. Just like, it's gonna happen. Every couple, like every main couple has issues at one point, or like a big issue, like break up for the most part. And I think with Patience, like getting stabbed, like they're gonna have issues with that because Layla's gonna be focused on that. And I'm pretty sure like Michael said that in Greta's Jordala YouTube video that they did with Samantha. Like, Layla's gonna be so focused on Patience that Jordan might like have some issues. I think we'll get it, but I still think they're gonna have issues. I'm nervous because like people have been saying this, like I saw people say this on Twitter too, that they're gonna have issues this season, which obviously they will because they haven't had big ones yet. But it's also like I'm nervous because it's one person on Twitter. I think, did I know it at the time? Yeah, I did. Okay, sorry. I was trying to think because they were talking about something that happened in One Tree Hill. I'm not going to, like, say exactly, like, what characters or something because I don't want to spoil it. But, like, I'll kind of say the concept. And I was trying to make sure, like, I watched that part. Like, I was on season 5 by then, so I knew what they were talking about, which I did. So, there's a proposal in One Tree Hill. Okay, it's going to be a little different, because the girl in One Tree Hill declined. I said no. Obviously, Layla said yes, thankfully. But he proposed, but then, or like they were, actually, wait, what was it? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out the way I need to word this. So, there was a time jump, and like in the time jump, we didn't know what happened to them. And there were because they broke up, and there were flashbacks, and then we saw, like, he proposed to her, she declined. And, like, I don't think people really knew about it. Or maybe they did, or at least we did not know, like, what happened. We had to use flashbacks to figure out what happened. A part of me thinks that's going to happen with Layla and Jordan, but just a bit different, because, like, obviously we know they're engaged. But I think the time jump, because obviously there's going to be a time jump for, like, when Olivia comes back from season 5 to then, so Olivia comes back. I feel like they're gonna have issues, like, in between, and we're gonna, like, oh my gosh, why can't I not talk? They're gonna be broken up when we come back, and then we're not gonna know what happened, and a part of me has a feeling that no one's gonna know they, like, were ever engaged, and, like, they hid it from everyone, and then they just didn't say anything after they broke up, and we're gonna get flashbacks to see what happened, and then we're going to get our answer. A part of me thinks that's going to happen, but then with Greta and Michael posting these behind the scenes, and she's wearing the ring, it's throwing me off. Because, I mean, they might be filming flashbacks, but I also think they're not filming, like, present day, and it's stressing me out, because I want to know what's going on. Because I think I'm more stressed about Jordala than anything this season, because I know they're going to have issues, and I'm not mentally prepared for it. Like, it's going to ruin my life, and I cannot deal with it. Like I obviously they're gonna have issues. It's a given because they're, like, a main ship now, but it's like, I don't want it. Like, I'm still on cloud 9 about them being engaged. Like, I still can't, like, in my head, mind wrapped around the fact that they are engaged. So I need them to be together and just have, like, issues and not break up. But if they break up, they're obviously gonna be back together. Like, I don't see them ending up with anyone else. So, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous about them because my obsession with them has gone up since the finale, which, I mean, I knew it was possible, but I didn't think it was going to get this bad. Like, the Jordala brain rot is so real. Like, I don't know. If my best friend was here, she would, like, literally tell you it's bad. Like, I'm obsessed with them. Like, to the point, like, even though we haven't gotten any new scenes, like, in forever, whenever I see an edit of them, I'm, like, squealing, I'm kicking my feet, I'm giggling, like, I'm having the time of my life, even though there's scenes I've seen, like, 100 times. Like, I'll never get sick of a new Jordala edit. It's so bad. And that's why I'm so desperate for new content, especially because it's been so long. Like, I'm gonna be a fucking disaster when All American comes back, because I miss Bolivia, I miss Jordala, I miss Olivia and Layla. Like, I miss, not everyone, but I miss them. And, like, I'm gonna be a fucking disaster, especially with Jordala being engaged. Seeing them engaged is gonna literally ruin my life. And I know a lot of people, like, are not, I mean, I've seen more people be happy about the engagement than, like, people be mad. Like, of course, I know some people don't like it. Some people think it's too soon. Which, yeah, I mean, I get what they mean, kind of, but, like, I'm fine with it, especially because, here's the thing, Jordan and Layla have known each other for, like, most of their lives, because Layla was Livia's best friend, so, like, they've been around each other for a long time, so, like, I think that's the reason why I'm fine with it. I feel like if they just met and just started dating, like, when they did, like, the timeline was different, and they, like, just met then, I would be different. I would feel different about it, but because they've known each other for so long and been in each other's life, I'm fine with it. Like, yes, Jordan needs to stop getting married, like, I'll say that, but honestly, I think he's gotten married too much for being his age, or not married, like, you know, engaged, or, like, you know what I mean, but, like, I'm completely fine with it because it's Layla. You know, like, I don't really give a shit because it's Layla. and I'm so happy and I love them. And I lost my mind when it happened because they were my last pick for who was getting engaged. I thought it was Asher and Jamie, which I would have been fine with too, but like this was even more special because I was like, oh my gosh, like this cannot be real. Like, oh my gosh. Season 6 is going to be rough for me. I think it's going to be even more rough than any other season because now I have 2 ships I'm going crazy about, which season 5 I kind of did too, but Bolivia was broken up. And at the beginning, I was kind of just getting like started with Jordala, or like I really liked them. It's just like I wasn't as obsessed with them as I am now. So I was like, okay. But now, especially with the like long ass break, like when they come back, I think it's going to be like 10 months since season 5 ended, I assume, because I think they're coming back in March and we ended in May. And so that long, I go crazy, especially when I'm this obsessed with like a ship. So with Spillivy and Jordala, I'm gonna be a fucking monster. I'm gonna be a literal disaster, and it's like freaking me out. I'm not mentally prepared for the toll it's gonna have on me, or it's gonna take on me. Like I cannot deal with it. Like, oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna move on though, because I could talk about Jordala for literally hours and hours and not get sick of it. Like it's the brain rot is that bad. It's that bad. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, next one, because I was talking about Jamie and Asher for like I brought them up. I'll talk about them next. So obviously Jamie was pregnant. I was actually really happy for her because Asher has improved a lot, and I actually like somewhat like him now. Still not the biggest fan of him, but he's 10 times better than he was, and I actually somewhat appreciate him. And I really like him and Jamie. I really do. And I love Jamie. And I honestly really hope that she takes over like JD's spot as a series regular. That would be sick, 'cause I really, really like her. So we're going to get the baby this season, because in the teaser there was a baby. In the behind the scenes we saw like a baby, which I'm excited to see, because I think it would be cool. It's going to be cool to like, see them kind of grow and see them what they're like now, because they're obviously adults, but like there are times they still act like teenagers, of course, like obviously, but like this is like a big thing, and they're gonna have to evolve and figure it out, like have to deal with like a kid now and like really big adult responsibilities. And I'm excited to see like all of them kind of helping and contributing like with the baby, and like not raising, because it's obvious, but I think you get what I mean, like helping with the baby and helping take care of it and like help him get settled. I'm really excited to see like how the dynamic and the vortex change with the child. I'm excited to see that. I might be wrong because I'm like tired and I don't know what I'm talking about really, but is the timeline weird, or is like, are they rushing like the pregnancy? I don't know, because I remember when I was watching the finale and there's like, oh, when Olivia comes back, we're gonna have the baby. I'm like, I isn't this too soon? I mean, I might be completely wrong, but I thought it was too soon. And now, there's a time jump, I know, but I'm wondering if the time jump is more, if something happens to Liv and she has to stay there, and the time jump is longer, because why does the baby look not older? Like, it's not a newborn, which obviously, like, yeah, that's kind of rough to have a newborn on set, like, I get that, but I'm getting thrown off because it looks like it's a couple months old. So I'm like more than 3 months. It looks like a solid, like, 8, 9, maybe, actually, not, like 4 or 5, at least, like, 4 or 5, I guess. I don't really know anything about babies, so I probably shouldn't even be saying that, but, like, somewhere around that range, I assume, or I think. So I'm confused, and I'm wondering if, like, something's gonna happen, because that's my other theory, like, that something's gonna happen, but I'll get into that later. But, like, it's throwing me off. But anyways, back to Jamie and Asher. I'm excited to see, like, them kind of, like, evolve as parents. I think Jamie's gonna be an amazing mom. I think Asher's improved a lot, and he's actually gonna be a decent father. And I'm excited to see how that goes, but I think they're gonna struggle. Obviously, like, it's a given, like, especially, like, when you're that young, you're gonna have issues, but especially adding a child, or like not a child, he's still a baby, but a baby on that, it's gonna be a lot. I mean, I think they're gonna handle it. They're gonna be endgame. Like, I don't see like that going any other way. Like, I think the ships right now, like, that's it. Like, they're not, like, they might break up and like hook up with somebody, but other than that, like, these ships that are going on right now, they're endgame, and like they're the ones that are gonna stick. And so like they'll be fine, but I think they're gonna have like issues. Maybe financial issues. I mean, Asher's rich, so I feel like they might be fine, but who knows? They might have issues with that stuff. I think they're just gonna have issues adjusting because they're so young. And is she in college? Is he? I know he's like the assistant coach or something, but I don't know if he's even in college. And I think it's also gonna be an issue because he's probably gonna have to take over Coach Montez's place because the actor sadly passed away. And so he's probably gonna have to deal with that and like take over that big spot, and that might cause some drama with them or some issues. I don't know. I'd say, because it's so hard to talk about this because I really don't know shit. Like, when the teaser dropped out of nowhere, first of all, that threw me off. Like, sometimes people are like, oh, I think we're getting the trailer today, and they're usually right. This one, oh my gosh, what was I doing? I think I was like watching TV, and I was on TikTok, like, just checking like stuff, and I saw a picture of Olivia and like her new look, and it's like not really new look, but new hair, and I literally dropped my phone on my face, and it hurt so fucking bad, and I like panicked, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So I went on Twitter, and I like saw what was going on, and like saw the trailer, and I didn't think a 6-second trailer could fuck me up like that, but it did. It's, oh my gosh, it's insane, because what's funny is, All American's not even, like, my favorite show. I mean, like, yeah, it's, like, higher on the list than, like, some, but it's, like, not up there. Like, it's not, like, in my top 5. If it's in my top 10, it's literally because of Spolivia, Jordala, Layla, and Olivia. But, like, this show has such toll on me because of them. Like, don't get me wrong, season 1 through 3, and actually 1 through 4, to be honest, the show was high on my list because of that. Season 5, it went down and I watched more. But, like, don't worry, it's still up there. But it's really up there now because of those guys. It's like, I never thought, like, a 6-minute video could fuck me up like that. Or a 6-second video. Bro. And also on Twitter, too. It was causing chaos. Oh, my gosh. I just remember seeing, like, all these pictures of Olivia. And then all these pictures of, like, Layla's back with, like, the red dress and the straight hair. Because, like, we didn't get a look of Layla. And everyone was freaking out because they knew she looked amazing. It's like, of course. I'm excited for that. But anyways, okay. Back to theories. Next one. Spolivia. They're obviously going to be back together. I mean, it's a given. But I do think they're going to have some sort of issues kind of coming back after she went to Europe. Was it Europe? Or am I wrong? I'm going to say Europe. I might be completely wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I kind of forgot, and also because it's literally 7 in the morning. And I'm running on, I think, like 30 minutes of sleep. I don't know what I'm doing to myself. But, like, because of that, I might be completely wrong. But honestly, I feel like I would have been wrong either way. Just, like, the no sleep isn't really helping. I think she went to Europe. We're just going to say that. It's like, or France. No, wait, that's in Europe. Okay, you know what? We're just going to say Europe. Hopefully I'm right. Or, like, when she gets back from there, I feel like they're going to have some issues kind of adjusting because maybe something happened there. I don't think they hooked up with anyone. I honestly don't think that happened or anything. But I feel like they're going to have issues or some sort of issues. And I'm not just saying that because in the teaser, like when he walked in and she looked at him, it looked like something was going on. I'm not saying it because of that. I kind of had a feeling that this was going to happen either way. Because, like, a lot has changed since, well, like, they've been together and also probably since she's left. Like, since they've broken up. Of course, Billy died. I don't know what else happened. Like, Ash had the baby. But, like, really the Billy dying. And I feel like, I don't know if that's really going to affect because it will. But I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. they're gonna have issues, some sort of issues, and I think it might take them like an episode or 2 or maybe even 3 to get back together, like for sure, because I think there's something's gonna happen, like they're gonna have issues. I've been saying this like since like season like 5 finale. I've been saying this to my best friend, even though she doesn't even watch the show. She just knows a lot about it from me and her mom. We were talking, and I was like telling her, because she knows like they got back together, and I was talking to her about it, and she, even though she knows quite a bit because of us, she understood what I meant, and like I've said this to her a lot. Like I think they're for sure getting back together, but they're gonna have like issues getting there. I think. I mean, who knows? Maybe not. But I think, part of me, because of the baby, a part of me thinks that, like, something's going to happen and Layla's going to stay in, like, Europe longer because the baby's, like, bigger. I might be completely wrong again, I'm not might be, I'm probably completely wrong, but a part of me thinks that, especially because there was this whole thing on Twitter. Apparently, when it was confirmed there was a time jump. We obviously knew there was going to be a time jump. But part of me is thinking it's more than, like, just 3 months. Because people were freaking out. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. I kept seeing, like, all these tweets. Oh my gosh, time jump. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I thought we knew that. So I'm guessing it's a bigger time jump. Maybe, like, not a year, but, like, a couple, even a few more months. I don't know. So I think something's going to happen with Livia down there. Like, that she has to stay, maybe like a new job or something. And then I also think she's gonna probably struggle to adjust after being in Europe for so long, because like she's probably gonna just like have issues. I don't know, I'm just trying to think of, I don't know, like I think this is gonna happen. I just don't know how to like say it right, like explain myself, because I really don't know. I just think that's gonna happen. Like I just do. I think it's also gonna be hard for her to come back and like without like Billy being there. Obviously, like she's like still grieving. Of course, she's probably gonna be grieving for like the rest of her life. Like, but you know what I mean. Like, it's coming back after being gone for a couple months, and her dad's like still obviously dead. So like I feel like that's gonna be hard on her coming back to like him not being there. I don't know. I just think she's gonna struggle a bit. But then she'll be fine. I mean, I hope she's fine. I want nothing but happiness for Layla and Livia this season, and I know I'm not going to get it. Like, I'm hoping they're happy. Like, I'm ready for them to become sisters, like, official sisters. And so I need everything to work out with the wedding. I need Livia to be happy, and I think Olivia will be happy about the proposal and the engagement. I think most people will be, especially now that JJ's gone. I was actually dreading JJ's reaction to the engagement, so I'm like kind of happy he's gone. Okay, but next one. What is the next one? I didn't write anything down, but I knew I had one. Oh my gosh. What was it? I think the next one, what was it? It was gonna be, which I kind of already talked about. It was gonna be like something with Asher and the coach. Like, Asher taking over. I'm down for it because I do like seeing Asher as, like, a coach, but I think he's also too young to be the head coach, so I really hope he's not. But then I think that would be cool, like, new thing for him. I don't know. Something like that's going to happen. I don't know. I want to see, like, what they're going to do with, like, Montez's character. Because, I mean, I don't know if it came out of nowhere. I think I read he had cancer. I do know that. But, like, I don't know if it was, like, sudden, or, like, people were expecting it, or, like, he had, like, some sort of flare-up. I don't know if that's the word for it, but I think hopefully you guys know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know if maybe they kind of knew this was coming, so maybe they planned. I don't know. I really didn't know anything about it. I just remember, like, going on Instagram and finding out. It was, like, so devastating. So I don't know. I just wonder what they're going to do there. And then, like, it's our first season without Billy. So that's going to be a lot. Or not, like, a lot. It's going to be different. Oh, my gosh. I still cannot wrap my head around the fact that Billy's gone. Like, oh, my gosh. And I'm kind of mad I did my, like, hiatus. Or, like, it wasn't even supposed to be a hiatus. It was supposed to be me, like, just disappearing for a week to focus on my school and my mental health, and then it turned into 6 months. But I was going to, like, do an episode about it, or, like, I was planning on it. I was planning to make my grand return after, like, 2 weeks away for, like, that specific episode. Not for any reason, just because I was like, okay, I'm going to be back. But then I didn't, because I was stressed. And then Billy died. Apparently, people had theories about that. I just didn't know. So, like, I was like, okay, a new episode, let's go. Maybe Spencer and Olivia are going to have the talk. Maybe they're going to get back together. Like, let's have a good time. And then that happened. I just sat in my room. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so they're not getting back together until the end of the season. Especially with, like, Alicia. Yeah, Alicia there and everything. Oh my gosh. I'm still not over it. Like, so much shit happened when I, like, stopped uploading, and I'm so pissed off about it. Like, I'm serious. I was so close to recording an episode about Jordala being engaged because I was so excited, and I was, like, so shocked, and I was, like literally going insane, and I was about to do it. But then I didn't, and I don't know why. I think it was because it was my second to last week of school, I think, or something like that. So I had finals to worry about. I think that might have been it. Like, I just remember being on, like, complete edge the next day. Or not edge, but you know what I mean. Like, freaking out. Especially because I remember this so well. What was it? Oh, no, I don't. But it was, I think senior ditch day was the day after, like, the finale, which, great timing. Because I did not want to go to school after what I just witnessed. Because I was, like, still, like, freaking out. And I convinced my mom to, like, let me miss. And so I remember I, like, went out with my best friend because she was missing too. And she was like, oh, yeah, how was All-American finale? Because I saw her a few days before. Or, like, 2 days before. And we were talking about it. And I was like, oh, yeah, by the way. And I told her because she wanted to know what happened. Because she saw the trailer. Because, like, I think she saw me on Twitter and, like, was looking with me. And we saw the trailer. It's like, oh, yeah, who got engaged? And I told her. And she was shocked, too. But she was, like, really fucking happy for me. Because she knew I was ecstatic. She could tell. Like, and I still am to this day. Still cannot wrap my head around it. That they're engaged and they are getting married this year, maybe. And that's what we're all saying. We probably are wrong, honestly. But I'm saying that they're getting engaged. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they might not. Or not engaged, but, you know, married. Anyways, I don't know. I don't think I have any other theories. Because we really don't know shit about the season. Last thing we can say is Olivia's hair this season is gonna hit, and Layla's fashion game it's gonna hit. It's gonna be so good, even though we haven't really seen anything. But I'm excited for it to come back. I think it's coming back in March, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening. If there are any theories you have, let me know. I would love to hear them and discuss them, because I like hearing other people's theories because I'm usually wrong. And I know I forgot some because I, like, literally wrote this down at 6 a.m. So I'm a little tired, and I still am. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys hopefully soon.